Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are going to be going over 5 brands that I personally am not interested in buying from. I know that this is like a very aggressive video and I will probably end up offending somebody with this, so I'm sorry if you're offended, but like just try not to be, because like it's okay if I don't want to buy from these brands. Like we can still ride hard, okay? This video has actually been going around YouTube. I've seen a couple of YouTubers that I follow do this, so I felt like I would give my own 2 cents. Although if you've been on my channel for pretty much any length of time, you probably know which brands I'm going to talk about. But just in case you don't, if you want to go over the 5 brands that I will not be purchasing from, then please just keep on watching. But wait, you already know what I'm going to say. If you're not already subscribed, explain yourself. I post on Wednesdays and on Sundays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I feel like you're going to want to be here when I do. If you like luxury, you like fashion, you like handbags, you like jewelry, you like shoes, you like spending ridiculous amounts of money on stupid things, I think this is exactly where you're going to want to be. So you should subscribe if you're not already, and you should follow me over on Instagram if you're not already. It's just a Katie Danger. I post every single day over there. Every single day, there's a real outfit of the day, something on my story. Honestly, if you want to be bombarded with content, just follow me right over there. Just right over there. And with all that out of the way, let's jump into the video. So the first brand that I want to mention is a brand that I actually used to own a bag from. And if you guys haven't seen the bags I sold in Y, I'll link part 1 and part 2 right up here on the cards for you. But this is going to be Jacquemus. I used to own the Jacquemus Le Chiquito Moyen bag in like a bright pink color. I'll put a picture of it right here. It was a beautiful bag. It's just not my style. And the reason that I don't want to buy from Jacquemus is not because of this specific bag. It's more so because of the brand's aesthetic. I feel like Jacquemus in general is a very trendy bag. I'm still pointing over here. Like the picture is definitely still not here. Why am I doing this? Jacquemus is definitely a bit more of a trendy brand. And I feel like if you guys know my style, that's not what I gravitate towards anymore. I'm really much more interested in more classic or classy bags. And I know that makes me boring, but I'm cool with that. I feel like if you're gonna buy a trendy bag, you should buy it because you love it, not because it's a trendy bag. Because then when the trend dies down, you would still want to use it. But for me, that just wasn't the case with this bag. And honestly, it doesn't feel like it's gonna be the case for any of their bags. I know they have this like really long, like a box bag. I don't know what it's called. I don't know the name of anything except Le Chiquito. Oh, and I know Le Bambino también. I know that too. That style just doesn't feel like it's going to be something that is going to stand the test of time. And the same goes for Le Bambino. I don't feel like that's going to be something that, you know, in 3-4 years is still going to like look relevant with your outfit. So again, if it's something that you really love, you should buy it no matter what. But for me, it's just not something that I gravitate towards in the slightest. The second brand, and I have spoken about this brand before, so because I'm kind of sprinkling in some things that I've mentioned before, I might throw a 6th brand at you. I might throw a 6th brand at you just because it's not fair if I'm not giving you brand new information, okay? So the second brand is gonna be Telfar. I still don't understand it. I'm racking my brain trying to get why everybody is so obsessed with Telfar, and I just can't. I can't do it. It doesn't make sense to me. The bags are not even leather. The styles are just like, they're so boring. And that's coming from somebody who admittedly is pretty boring. So I'm not understanding what the hype is about it. I understand they have like really nice colors, but like so does a lot of other brands, and nobody is like up their butts. Like it doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand it. I'm sure it works out in like a usability standpoint. And actually kind of a few of the brands I'm going to talk about today are probably a little bit more on the practical side. But for me, if I'm going to be spending, you know, thousands of dollars, not that Telfar is thousands of dollars, but you know, if I'm going to be spending money on a bag that I want to consider luxurious, I don't care that much if it's practical. I care if it looks good. That's just me. Obviously, a lot of people probably would go more towards a practical bag than one that just looks cute and probably holds nothing and is like a pain in the ass to use. But for me, I am much more of an aesthetic type of person. I'm a Libra. That's what we do. So for me, I don't really care that this bag is practical. I don't really care about the colors. I don't really care about the design. I don't really care in general about this bag. So I'm definitely never going to buy a Telfar bag. There's just nothing about it that makes me like want to rush onto the website and like try to get a bag and try to do that whole checkout process. Like I'm good. I'm good here. Number 3 is an obvious one. We're gonna breeze by it, okay? It's Balenciaga. Do I need to say more? I will say though, I am really annoyed because I bought a Balenciaga sweater months and months ago. I'll link the haul up here. I mean, it was probably a year ago almost at this point. I'll link the haul up here where I unboxed that, and I've never worn it. And I'm just like this was gonna be the season in which I was gonna wear it, and now I'm just like, Damn. The next brand that I want to talk about is actually a two-piece. It's a two-piece nugget. And I know that these are not the same brand, but my eyes and my brain can't separate the fact that these are not the same brand. So to me, they're the same brand. And again, will this offend you? Most likely, if you're a fan of either one of these brands or both of these brands. But just hear me out for a minute. Just hear me out. So the brands are Goyard and Fauré. So of course, these are two different brands. These are not the same brand, and I understand that they are not the same brand. They are two very different houses. But they just look so similar to me. Like, tell me not. The way that the Goyard tote and the Fauré La Page, I can't even say it. It's so hard. Fauré La Page. And the way that the Fauré La Page tote look, if you put them side, I'm gonna put them side by side right here. I'll put it right here so you can understand. They look very similar. And I understand that these are obviously not the only bags that these brands have, but just for this one reason, my simpleton brain is gonna lump them together. So both of these brands, I will not be buying from. So for me, Goyard is just, I've spoken about this before, they just don't, it just doesn't interest me. There's nothing about Goyard that I'm like, oh my God, that is so cute. No, it is not, in my opinion. I feel like the tote is the flimsiest thing that I've ever seen. And I understand that it was made, I think, to go to the beach, if I'm not mistaken. That's cool that that's what you were made for. And like, kudos to you for being, again, a practical bag. But like, I myself, like, I'm good without it. I wouldn't say the exact same for Fauré La Page though. I will say that their totes look a little bit more substantial. They look more hardy. They look like they could withstand some shit, okay? But I will say that that print that comes on the tote is just, it's not attractive to me. And I think that print comes on like most, if not all of their bags. And it's just not attractive to me. And Goyard's is also not attractive to me. It's not cute. I feel like if I was gonna go for a tote, like this just wouldn't be it. But if I was going to buy one, it certainly would not be either of these. And again, I know that both of these brands do have other styles. I know Goyard has their like Saigon bag that everyone's obsessed with. We're not connecting. We're not on the same wavelength, which is fine. Obviously, everybody has their own taste. My taste is just not, it's just not those two brands. The next brand that I want to talk about, which would be my fifth pick technically, but I'm going to throw a little extra one at the end for you, is going to be Longchamp. Again, I've spoken about Longchamp on my channel before. I just cannot, my brain cannot disassociate. Is that the word, disassociate, or is it dissociate? It's definitely disassociate. What the hell is dissociate? My brain cannot separate the fact that everybody in my high school carried a Longchamp bag to school every single day. I mean everybody, like everybody at my high school, okay? If you're from my high school, comment below because you fucking know it's true. You know it's true. Everybody in my high school carried this bag. So now I feel like I look at it and all I see are like Juicy Couture sweats and like Uggs. That's all that I see because that's all that everybody in my school wore. There's no part of me that wants to return to high school. So that's why my brain just will not allow me to ever press checkout. The prices are super friendly, and especially if you are traveling, so usable, so user friendly. But I'm still not gonna buy it. I also really don't like the look of the bags. They're very flimsy. Not flimsy in the way that Goyard totes are flimsy. They're just kind of like, they have no structure is what I'm trying to say. They're just very, they're meant to be like that though, because you're meant to fold them over and make them into like a teeny tiny little cube so that you can pack it or whatever the case is. I totally understand the reasoning behind it, but that doesn't make me like it anymore. It's just not something that I'm interested in going out of my way to purchase. I don't want it bad enough to go get it. And by bad enough, I mean at all. I don't want it. So our bonus brand, number 6 brand that I was thinking about literally as I was sitting down. I was putting my ass in the chair and then I was like, wait, I should mention this brand really quick. Because I mentioned Longchamp, Goyard, and Telfar before on my channel, I think we are just gonna, you're owed another brand. So here she is, JW Anderson. Here's the thing. I know that a lot of people are really into this brand right now because, you know, they're coming out with some really interesting pieces, okay? The pigeon clutch, like we know about it, we understand. And I know that Dale's Addiction actually just unboxed one of these. I'll link her unboxing right up here in case you want to see that. I think especially because I live in New York, I don't know, maybe it's just me because maybe other people who live in New York like don't feel like this, but because I live in New York, all I freaking see when I walk outside is pigeons. That's literally the only thing that I see. And I'm just like, why do I want to carry one of those with me? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And I know that that's obviously not the only bag that they make, but that's, you know, that's the standout one. That's the one that everyone's really talking about right now. But even besides that, like, none of the other designs are like, are doing something for me, okay? And they have like really out there things that the snooze fest that I am is just, I'm never gonna grab it. Like, let's say that I think they have a basketball bag. I'll pop a picture here if they do. I'm pretty sure I saw one. When am I gonna grab a basketball bag over like a Chanel mini rectangle? Like, for me, like, that's just not, for me, again, for me, that's just not what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna wear my nice outfit and I'm gonna say, let me grab the no, I'm not grabbing the basketball. Obviously, any of the companies that I mentioned can change if new designs come out that I really like. But at this particular moment in time, there is nothing from any of the brands that I mentioned that I find appealing in a way that's gonna make me wanna buy it. So I'm just not gonna buy it. So those are these 7 brands that I am not interested in purchasing from. Let me know in the comments what you thought about my picks. Are any of them just really just making you angry, just riling you up? Just let me know. Let me know if you are like obsessed with any of these brands. Let me know in the comments. I am definitely interested in knowing your thoughts on my picks. Which one of these is your favorite? Which one of these is your least favorite? What are the brands that you would not purchase from? But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I post every single day over there. And that's all I have to say. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Can I just wear sweatpants to work, honestly? I mean, I can. Do they match with this shirt? No, definitely not.